So here, the Pharisees were keeping the law, but they did not have the faith. So he is saying there, you have to surpass them by keeping the law and also keeping the faith. Now, the thing is this is explicit, clear, that not a tittle of the law is going to pass. Not a tittle of the law. And whoever teaches people not to follow the law, he's not going to enter the kingdom of heaven. You have to be better than the Pharisees in order for you to enter. So this was Jesus' teachings. So I'm not going to bring something is out of context about washing the hand and then pretend that this is him removing the law, while we have a clear cut. Cannot get clearer than this. 4 verses that are giving you an accurate description, a clear description of his position towards the law. So this is his position towards the law.
Fair enough. I mean, I'm definitely going to need to look into that. And I've heard those verses before, but generally speaking, I've heard it like when it comes to like generally like new versus old covenant, like technically the law is fulfilled, but it's, technically the new law. But
you said
what
he
you
said not a
what you
drop, not a tittle,
yeah, what you brought up, yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Like I get the argument. Or you're basically saying, okay, Jesus said, he's come to confirm the law. He said that nothing's going to change of the law. And technically, Jesus wasn't the one who changed the law. Technically, it was Paul that brought these innovations. So if we follow the logic of Jesus, then that means that technically Paul was heretical and he wasn't teaching what Jesus taught.
Yeah, and if you want even more investigation, you can go to Acts chapter 15 and 21, where the disciples were disagreeing with Paul, where he was teaching the Jews that they don't have to keep the law. And they were telling him, are you telling the Jews not to keep the law? And he lied. He said, no. While he was teaching them in his letters not to keep the law. So the fact is, he's not a reliable person in any way, shape, or form. Okay, any other prophecies that you would use to support your position?
Let me go ahead and see if I used anything.